This episode is brought to you by William Hill's Final One Standing. Can you outlast the AFTV crew? Step up or step out.
AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date. Your players will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal.
Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I'm still absolutely gutted after yesterday's game, losing 1-0 at Anfield to an absolute worldie. What can you do about a goal like that? Mikel Arteta coming under heavy criticism after the game for being way too negative. Listen, I was at the game and I thought the first half we controlled the game really, really well. We did well. Second half, maybe he should have made those changes earlier. You know what I mean? I thought that like his tactics had worked well in the first half, but second half, maybe get Eze on a lot earlier and have a bit more of a go. But listen, in the end, it was an absolute stalemate and the game turned on an absolutely incredible goal. And I think what we saw there yesterday is probably the two best teams in the league. They're going to be the two teams fighting it out to try and win this league. It's still very early, but gutted, because you know what, we've been up there over the years and got absolutely battered, right? And you know, might get a draw, sometimes come away with something, but I thought yesterday that was a chance to win that game. But the two defenses on both sides were really, really good. The midfielders sort of both teams cancelled each other out, if I'm being fair. And Arne Slot said it, Arteta said it, but what a goal they scored to win it. So you got to take their hat off to them. But listen, transfers continue. And this is the last day of the transfer window. And what will we do? This is going to be really, really interesting to see. Just before I get into that, don't forget Final One Standing. I'm still in, right? Manchester United, who I went for, actually pulled off that win in the last minute. And I was thinking to change from United and go with Nottingham Forest. And look how they got battered at home by West Ham. Just goes to show, right? But there's going to be a new Final One Standing. If you guys have not, been able to stay into the game, or you've been knocked out already, or you just ain't even been in it, there's a new one starting after the international break with a £200,000 jackpot. So if you missed out on the 500,000 game, you can join this one, whether you've been eliminated from that game as well. You've got to get your picks in before Saturday the 13th of September. That's when the Premier League returns. 3 p.m. is the deadline. That's when the first game is going to be. So make sure you get your picks in if you're interested. The link's in the description. Scan the QR code, or just find out more information by going to their app, William Hill app. Remember, please gamble responsibly. You've got to be over 18, reside in the UK or Ireland. So this is it. This is the final day of the transfer window. I've been here since the 1st of June, and I've got to say it's been a really, really good window by Arsenal. But what else is going to happen? Let's just first of all just take a look at what's happened so far this transfer window. Arsenal, the players that have been bought in: Zubimendi for £55 million, Victor Gyökeres 55.5 million, Eberici Eze 67 million when you include the add-ons, Madueke 48 million, Christian Mosquera, I thought was brilliant yesterday, 13 million, Kepa 5 million, and Christian Norgard, who we haven't actually seen play yet in the Premier League due to injury, 12 million. That's been the incoming so far. Piero Hincapié is set to join today. That will be announced today, as long as his medical was okay, and I understand that was fine. But that's set to be announced today as well. That's a season-long loan with an option to buy. So we'll have to put that one down as a loan at the moment. But those are the signings that have come in for Arsenal. The outgoings have been Marquinhos for £2 million, Nuno Tavares 5 million, and then there was a lot of players where their contracts or loans came to an end. Thomas Partey, of course, left. Jorginho as well. Kieran Tierney, those three left, their contracts expired. Neto returned back to Bournemouth after loan, and so did Raheem Sterling, went back to Chelsea. So that's been the movements so far this transfer window. Not forgetting that there were new contracts for Gabriel, Mars Lewis Skelly, and Ethan Wanieri. So it's been a very, very busy transfer window for Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta. There's been some great signings made, hence the frustration yesterday, because I think people would have loved to have seen like an Eze right from the start. But there's been some really, really good signings. But could Arsenal do any more? And also, who else is going to leave? Because I think that's going to be really important on today as well, because there's a lot of players, you saw they weren't in the squad yesterday, that are set to leave Arsenal. Should Berta, I'm just looking at it now, should Berta be looking at the squad and thinking, we need another striker? And the reason why I say that is, you know, the injury to Kai Havertz, he's set to be out for a couple of months. He's had minor knee surgery, but he's said to be out for a couple of months. And then you don't know exactly how he's going to come back. Should Arsenal be trying to make a late bid for maybe a striker? I see, you know, also Gabriel Jesus still out long term, even though he's sort of back into training. You won't see him until at least minimum Christmas. Should Arsenal be going to try and get another striker? Because what if something happened to Gyökeres? He still doesn't look fully fit yet. He said that himself. He's not fully fit. Arteta said it as well. And we don't want to run him into the ground as well. I note that Kolo Muani is available at the moment. His deal to go to Juventus fell through. He's returned back to PSG. Is there some sort of loan deal that could be explored there for Arsenal? Because I don't know. I'm just looking at it at the moment. And with those injuries, we look a little bit light up top. If anything was to happen to Victor Gyökeres, we'd be back to having no striker and Mikel Merino having to play in that position. But I don't know. It's just me just looking on it and just one to watch on deadline day, more than a left winger, maybe another sort of striker or someone who can play both those positions. Going to be interesting to see. But the focus is going to be on outgoings. Let's be real. Fabio Viera has not figured at all in pre-season and at all in any of the Premier League games. He's definitely on the move today somewhere. A couple of teams interested in him. We know West Ham are interested, but now Paqueta's not looking like he's moving. Has that affected that deal? Stuttgart are still showing an interest in him, even though they think it's too expensive to get done on a permanent deal. And the latest team to be interested in him are Hamburg over there in the Bundesliga. Hamburg interested in a move for Fabio Vieira as well. So he's one to watch on deadline day. Albert Sambi Lokonga looks like he could be on his way to Hamburg as well. They're interested in signing him on a permanent deal. So again, another one that's going to be interesting to watch and to see where he ends up by the end of transfer deadline day. There's also Jakub Kivior, of course, who again wasn't in the squad yesterday. That's because he was doing his medical over there in Porto and will be announced as a Porto player today. So good luck to Jakub Kivior. Has been a great servant for Arsenal in his time that he's been here, but he has left the club. Reece Nelson, again, another player, not in the squad yesterday, still in talks with Fulham over a move. Also in talks with Real Betis as well. They're interested in taking Reece Nelson on a loan deal. Does look like he'll be leaving. Arsenal would like him to leave on a permanent deal, but whether they'll be able to get a permanent deal done, who knows? There'll be a lot of movement on this last day. Let's see how that one works out. And then the other one is Zinchenko. Again, not in the squad yesterday. Still in talks, we're being told, with Marseille. Even though they've made the signing of Emerson, they are still talking to Zinchenko, still showing an interest in him. And again, Arsenal are hoping that they can get a permanent deal done for him. More likely to be a loan deal. Now that we're sort of on deadline day, and there's not really been a lot of big deals, permanent deals coming for these players, a lot of them are more likely to move on loan rather than a permanent deal. So there's going to be lots of activity going on today. And, I'll be keeping you right across it throughout the day, right up until 7 p.m. tonight. All the shows on AFTV are going to be heavily transfer focused. So, you will not miss a thing with any player that comes in or leaves. We will be giving you all the updates right throughout the day. And I just want to say a big, big thank you to everybody who's been watching Transfer Daily throughout the whole of the summer. We've been here since the 1st of June. of the summer when the transfer window opened way back then, just before the Club World Cup. Remember, it opened early, and we've been here every single day, Monday to Sunday, since, whether we've been here in the UK, whether we've been abroad in France, in Hong Kong, Singapore, wherever, Jamaica, right? The show has been brought to you, and it's been an absolute pleasure to bring it to you guys as well. Thank you for the support. It's been a record-breaking Transfer Daily this season. More people have watched it than ever over all platforms. So listen, I really, really want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of the comments that have been sent in right throughout the whole of this period. I've loved the way you guys have got involved, and I've loved the way you guys have interacted with everything. And yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to bring you this show, the original Transfer Daily, right? The first show to be on YouTube to talk about transfers, and I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really proud of you guys, and thank you again. Show's not possible without you guys. So listen, I won't be back tomorrow with Transfer Daily, but we are here all day giving you updates right throughout the day with everything that happens. So subscribe to the channel right now and make sure you don't miss a thing. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
You lot are always in the comments saying that we don't know ball. Well, now it's your chance to prove it. We've partnered with William Hill to bring you Final One Standing. The rules are simple. Pick a Premier League team every week. Win, you stay in. Lose or draw, you're out. But you can only pick each team once. It's free to play. You need to have a William Hill app to play, so scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description below to get involved. 18 plus, UK only. Please gamble responsibly. Terms and conditions apply, and full terms are in the link below. Don't worry if you get knocked out. There's new games with new jackpots every Premier League week. Let's see who's the final one standing.